All right, time to continue the series, the No BS guide to the squat. There's a lot of people out there making a living, making the squat way more complex than you ever need it to be. So in this video, I'm gonna show you one warm-up activity to do, because a lot of you guys, especially if you're a little older, are gonna complain about not being able to squat deep enough or whatever. So I'm gonna give you a thing to do, not 40 things to do like you see a lot of. I'm gonna give you a thing to do to get your squat going. Then we'll talk about getting the bar on your back and squatting. Don't make this harder than it needs to be, okay? So first thing, this is just a classic stretch called the bootstrapper squat. It's meant to help you improve the function of the hip and knee, and just working on getting those ranges, feeling them out before you start getting under the bar. It's simple and effective, and do it daily if you're somebody who struggles with this position. Sound good? Feet hip width apart, toes pointed slightly out. We don't need to be straight ahead. We don't need to be excessive. Just somewhere that feels comfortable. Grab the hand, or hands are gonna grab the feet. And then you're gonna pull the hips down, and as you pull down into this deep position, use your elbows to create a little more space in the hips. Push your hips forward so that your torso becomes a little more upright, and pretend like somebody's got a little string on your head and just pulling it to the ceiling. Then butt back up, pull through, push open, push the hips through, hips forward, head up. Go through that 10, 15 times, whatever feels good for you. Now, as far as starting to use the bar, we're always gonna face the rack, so that way when we're coming out, we can just take one or two steps back, and when we're done, it's safe to just walk it straight in. As far as hand grip goes, you want to get your hands fairly close together so you can keep a tight position on the bar and have nice squeeze in the upper back. So if that's not comfortable in the beginning, too bad. The more you do it, the better it's going to feel. For a lot of guys, that position is going to be, pinkies somewhere around the rings on the bar, maybe slightly inside of that. That bar, we're gonna rest it right around that spine of the scapula. So it might be a little bit lower than some of you are used to, but I like that lower position for most people in their squatting, because it tends to be a little more natural feel and a little more comfortable for them. A lot of folks, just given their old injuries and their body proportions, sometimes carrying the bar higher and trying to stay more upright is just a little more challenging, and we just want to be able to squat to get strong, so we don't need to worry about other stuff. So get that full grip on the bar, and in the rack, you want, as you're standing there, the bar to be kind of about here, so that way you got like a little bit of a quarter squat to stand up with to get nice and tight. So hands on the bar, step underneath, then you're gonna find that position. So like I said, it's gonna be slightly lower than a lot of people are used to. A lot of people just wanna set it up here. I'm gonna have you pull it down just another couple inches right onto that meat at the upper back, and notice how, as I'm doing that, the shoulder blades are pulling together to create tightness up there to hold the bar. Boom. Then we're gonna get in the squat stance. Stand up. Just take one step back with each foot. You don't need to go on a big long walk. You just need to clear the rack. Let me turn this way so you can see me. So then, those feet just around hip width, maybe a little wider, toes pointed slightly out. That's where we're gonna squat from. Get back over here. To get started, butt tight, take a deep breath in, squeeze the abs, and then you're just going to sit back and down. Go down until the hip crease gets just below the knee. If you can't get that deep in the beginning, that's fine. We'll work it over time. And drive the bar back up. Butt tight at the top. You want to feel in your feet that you're balanced from front to back. So you don't want to be too much on your toes. You don't want to be too much on your heels. Just a nice flat foot that you feel like you can push straight into the ground. Butt tight. Deep breath in. Sit down and back. Back up. Now keep that gaze slightly down. You don't need to look up to squat. Just look slightly down so that way the body takes that little bit of torso lean, which is actually what you want for the back squat. You don't need to stay perfectly upright. Sitting back and down with a little bit of torso lean keeps the bar over your center of gravity and helps you create good strength out the bottom. So one more time, butt tight, breathe in, sit back and down, hit that bottom position, drive back up. That is your no BS guide to squatting. Now get to work.